Territorial integrity is a law in many countries. And in the world of birds, it is as well. This white-tailed eagle couldn't tolerate the attempts of a hawk to attack it right in its nest. The brave but small predator thought that attacking a larger competitor while it sits still is a good tactical idea. It wasn't. It was the biggest and last mistake in the hawk's life. The size difference between the birds might not seem that significant, but the white-tailed eagle defends its territory so fiercely that it could likely stand against a whole squad of such enemies. It simply overwhelms the hawk, attacking it with its claws again and again. The aggressor regrets disturbing such a fighter in its dwelling. The main rivals of eagles are owls and hawks. While eagles, falcons, and hawks are relatives, owls belong to an entirely different genus. They are much more ancient by millions of years. Both owls and diurnal predators have sharp, curved claws, streamlined bodies, and a love for lightning-fast attacks from the sky. But the features that unite them are only a consequence of a similar evolutionary path. The two genera of birds evolved parallelly from millions of years, and although owls, with rare exceptions, hunt at night and during twilight, while eagles usually hunt during the day, these birds are such fierce competitors that their rivalry has turned into a real feud. Owls and eagles hate each other and attempt to attack at the first opportunity. Attacking an owl doesn't necessarily have to have fatal consequences. Even fighting for food doesn't always seem necessary. Sometimes diurnal predators just want to teach their rivals a lesson. As in this case right here. The owl was peacefully perched on a branch, minding its own business when suddenly it received a powerful blow from a falcon. Due to the size difference, the small falcon hesitated to engage with such a large foe, but its audacity led to this lightning-fast attack. The owl is in shock, but the opponent is too fast, and the owl won't have a chance to counterattack. The owls deserve credit. Their nocturnal raids on the nests of eagles and hawks might seem like true pirate raids. Diurnal predators have excellent vision. They can genuinely spot a small target from a vast distance. However, they lack night vision, and in darkness, they likely see no better than you and me. On the contrary, owls excel at navigating in the dark. They may not see as far, but at night they can discern details and instantly react to movement. Many owls have ears at different levels relative to the center of their heads. This unique ear positioning involves the sense of hearing in creating a picture of the nocturnal world. It allows owls to navigate well in the dark and attack the fortified nests of large eagles, making them almost defenseless. However, attacking eagles is genuinely a bad idea. Owls picked the wrong opponents. Although some eagle owls may compete with large eagles in physical strength and power, eagles usually have the upper hand in a fight under equal conditions. Falcons, although smaller, can fly incredibly fast. When an owl is in its nest, a hawk's attack resembles a bullet. It swiftly swoops down on the prey, delivering the first crucial strike. Then begins a prolonged hand-to-hand struggle where birds exchange blows with sharp talons. People often witness such battles because birds forget everything in their courage. They may fall to the ground right underfoot and continue the fight, freezing only when a person approaches at arm's length. Even then, the enemies don't let each other go. It seems like a vendetta of some sorts. A sad story confirming how ruthless and powerful predator eagles and their relatives can be. This golden eagle spotted a wolf den from a great distance. The female wolf feels safe. She hasn't gone far from her pups. The wolf cubs play, unaware that they've been selected as targets. The golden eagle initiated a rapid descent from a tremendous height. Folding its wings, it accelerated to immense speeds. Its shadow flashed like a bullet. The eagle spread its wings just before hitting the ground to avoid injury. The momentum from the fall intensified the eagle's strike, and it broke the wolf's spine in just a couple of seconds. The she-wolf darted through the rocks. She only needed a few jumps to reach the eagle with her fangs. But she underestimated the enemy and couldn't catch up. The bird took off before the enraged female could even reach it. The eagle is out of the predator's reach. The she-wolf is left only to watch over those cubs her appearance might have saved. If she hadn't rushed, the golden eagle would have wiped them all out. The heron is a powerful waterfowl. Its love for this element provides protection against predatory birds almost as much as its size and physical strength. The thing is, if the flight feathers of diurnal predators get wet, they become heavy and ineffective. Ducks, geese, and other birds that can swim and dive are protected from this. Their wing feathers are covered with a special substance that, like an oily film, repels water and prevents the feather fibers from even getting wet. The eagle lacks this protection. The heron probably thinks that this will deter the predator from fighting directly in the water. Well, the heron picked the wrong opponent. The determined and fierce predator doesn't care about the danger. It attacks its prey, even if it resists and might drown the hunter. However, thanks to the determination and to the strength of its talons, the eagle manages to deal with the heron first. It inflicts critical damage to the neck, then drowns, finishes it off, and drags it ashore. The eagle barely saved its life, but once it dries, it will regain the ability to fly. And for now, it has a hearty and nourishing lunch. It seems no bird can feel safe when this fighter is nearby. You'd think that diurnal predatory birds like eagles and semi-aquatic mammals like sea lions shouldn't cross paths at all, right? One spends most of its day in the sky, where it usually hunts. The other spends more time in the water than on land. It's in the water where sea lions, powerful and dangerous predators, catch large fish, mollusks, and even small sharks. But on the shore, feathered and semi-aquatic creatures still met. To the detriment of the latter. The sea lion often underestimated the threat from predatory birds. It's much more massive and could crush the eagle if it hit it with its head and then pinned it down. But eagles don't make such mistakes. They swoop down on sea lions from above, grabbing them by their hind legs with their sharp talons. A whole band of predatory birds that got a meal that will suffice for all. Kangaroos are tough fighters. They're not afraid of large dogs, actively fight among themselves. Their claws are adapted to dig powerful and deep roots, making them excellent weapons too. Moreover, kangaroos often fight, aiming their blows at the head and eyes of the opponent. And their hind legs are capable of strikes that could throw the enemy to the other end of the forest. But this kangaroo underestimated the eagles. Birds know that their strength lies in attacking from above. However, skilled a kangaroo might be in combat, it can't leap to the height of the second floor and fight up there. The eagle attacks from above at the opportune moment, delivers a blow, and ascends. The kangaroo tries to resist for a while, but then two more birds join the party. And the marsupial finally realizes it needs to escape. Which impressive instance of predatory bird strength surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments section below the video and subscribe to our channel. Then you'll be the first to learn the most amazing facts about wildlife. The black panther is not a separate type of feline, but just an unusual color. Due to the increased amount of melanin, the panther's skin may become darker. Some of these animals are really practically black. Others are really dark brown, and then the black spots will stand out noticeably against the background of the coat. Black panthers are found among spotted felines, jaguars, and leopards. This coloring often helps them to disguise themselves, no worse than the usual spotted one. Actually, black panthers create pairs with other representatives of their species, which have the usual coloring. Usually, from a group of cubs, the minority will inherit the black color and the majority will remain spotted. But these kids of a pair of black panthers and an ordinary leopard were unlucky. A huge python focused not on sight but on the sense of smell and the ability to detect thermal radiation of warm-blooded animals, because their body temperature is much higher than the ambient temperature. When the python got into the lair of the black panther, the kids had almost no chance. Their mother came in too late. She was able to save only one, the last kitten. It is difficult for us to accurately judge the motives of the animals' actions because they themselves cannot explain them. In addition, the desire for revenge is considered too complex a feeling that requires not only a good memory and a developed emotional spectrum, but also an understanding of the relationship between the causes and consequences of actions. Therefore, the attack of the black panther on the python, which occurred much later, is interpreted by some as just a coincidence. But we believe that the cat was purposefully looking for the one who took the kittens from her in order to deal with it. At the same time, at first they couldn't afford it because the last kitten needed a mother. If she had started a fight right in the den, the baby could have suffered. First, it was necessary to find a new shelter, and only then to start looking for that offender. That's what proper prioritization is. And what do you think? Is this really revenge? Or just a leopard accidentally found a snake and decided to attack it just for food? Let us know in the comments. We are very interested to know what your opinion is on this. And there is no doubt about the patience and perseverance of the panther, especially if it has a powerful motivation. If you used to have to worry about cats who met big snakes, then here you can only sympathize with the snake. The fury with which the leopard attacked the python is really frightening, although we can understand it. Only the finale of the duel got into the camera lens. The leopard calmly and ominously approached a tall tree with a python in its teeth. It is not surprising that it was the male who found the python. Unlike tigers, who have little interest in the fate of their offspring, male leopards are caring fathers. Although these cats normally prefer a solitary lifestyle, the spotted daddy takes care of the kittens while they are very young. According to the state of the snake, it is clear how cool the predator has treated it. Like a horror movie character, a leopard easily jumps up at the tree with a heavy snake in its teeth and slowly, as if with pleasure, drags its prey up there. It is better not to associate lions with poisonous snakes. These predatory cats are fast and agile, but still rarely can dodge the rush of a swift cobra or a black mamba. But what they are superior to most other felines in is their brute physical strength. Therefore, the lion is one of the few who can fight even with the largest pythons. Where simple strength is not enough, the lion will take combat skills, in which he surpasses even the tiger. After all, the striped cousin usually deals with herbivores, but the lion almost always fights with other predators. The snake has nothing to surprise us with. This does not mean that the python does not have a chance against the lion. For example, in the case when a very young teenager allowed itself to attack a snake, this was the last mistake of its life. The python did not immediately manage to reach the young lion, But when it did not retreat, the snake showed that playing with it was a really bad idea. But if this is a huge male lion, it has a chance not to let the python entangle itself by using a trump card: powerful blows with its hind legs. With them, the male can repel the python. Here the snake's chances are already falling. The lion trains in sparring with other lions so accurately to hit with its hind legs. With its front paws, he grabs them by the head, pulls them up for a bite, and tries to tear their stomach with its hind legs. Does this remind you of anything? Yes, domestic cats. If angered, will act almost the exact same way. But the real strength of a lion is its pride. As you understand, if a python can still oppose something against one lion, even the strongest one, then it cannot cope with several lionesses. When a python bites and grabs one, others come to their aid. They stretch out the python, grab it from different sides, and bite, holding it in this position. There is no land animal that has enough power to make a python stay on the ground without moving. But 4 lionesses at once might. The python just has nowhere to go. Does this mean that he is afraid of lions and always avoids them? Yes, but there is one exception. Lion cubs look very appetizing to the snake. Group hunting is such an effective technique against pythons that lionesses allow lion cubs to join the battle long before its finale. This is also part of the training. The python can escape at the last moment, but it's alone, and enemies are everywhere. It turns out that if a big cat meets a python, or for example a poisonous snake, the result of such a confrontation will not be unambiguous. It all depends on many circumstances. If one side had an unambiguous advantage, then the second simply would not have survived to this day. The enemy would have exterminated the enemy. In fact, snakes and cats have their own trump cards. One-on-one, a jaguar or leopard can best cope with a python or boa constrictor, due to a combination of agility and strength. Tigers have much less chance against such snakes, although they are larger than spotted cousins. The advantage of lions is the number. A duel of one adult lion with a python can end with the victory of both a snake and the cat, depending on the experience of the fighters. Cheeters and cougars should avoid all dangerous snakes, and no large cat can feel safe if a poisonous reptile is nearby. Small cats can still dodge the cobra's throw, but the bigger the beast, the easier it is to aim at it. A venomous snake does not care where exactly to dig in with its fangs. The main thing is to inject a dose of toxin into the victim's circulatory system. Therefore, a leopard, several lionesses, and a jaguar have more chances against this python together, but it is better for large cats to avoid poisonous reptiles. Who are you rooting for in this epic confrontation? Are the cats your favorite? Or maybe you prefer elegant, cold-blooded reptiles? If so, which ones, pythons or huge poisonous snakes? Share your opinion in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to be the first to see the most interesting and exciting moments of the world of wildlife caught in the camera lens.